Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and no, your eyes are not deceiving you. I do have the Andrew sisters bookending me. I know you're all surprised right now, aren't you?
Not surprised.
Not surprised?
They're not surprised. Not surprised.
No? Well, there's this perception that you two just like go at each other's throats.
You know the thing they say about rumors, right?
No, what?
If you've only heard one side of a story, you haven't heard the story at all. I like that.
Okay.
I like that one a lot. That's good. Yeah.
That's good?
Yeah. I've been front row at Arnold, front row at Olympia. I'm her biggest fan. Are you kidding me? We talk about who gets to hug who after stage on Olympia this year, so I can't wait.
Yeah, and you got to stand in front of her on stage at the Pittsburgh.
I did. That was great. I was the first one that got to hug her after Pittsburgh Pro win. That was great. That was so cool. Yeah, that was really fun. That was our first time on stage together. So this will be our second. And I think this time we're even more excited because it's going to be an even bigger show.
So are mom and dad going to be in the audience again like they were in Pittsburgh?
Absolutely, but VIP this time. Yeah.
All right. So yes, we have them here. We're going to be doing interview. I'm going to interview each of them separately, but then we're going to do the two of them training together. And then you also get a sneak peek of what they look like 5 weeks out from the Olympia posing.
They're here for it. Yeah.
Just remember, no tans. This isn't their competition suit. It's just what it is for now, right?
Absolutely. I can't wait.
All right. So we'll get to it.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and I'm here with your 2022 Pittsburgh Pro Wellness Champion. And didn't you win something else?
The New York Pro.
Yes, the New York Pro, but we talk about Pittsburgh here.
That's why I was said first.
Yeah, you said you feel like you're an honorary Pittsburgher. Well, since you won the show, you are.
It's awesome. I was saying that because of the amount of times that I've been here in the last couple of years, but now that I won the Pittsburgh Pro, I definitely feel
it's solidified now. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
And I have the jersey. I have the Pittsburgh football and hockey jersey. So sometimes I wear those.
So you're repping the black and yellow. I like that.
Yeah. Those are good colors.
Yeah. All right. So the interesting story is that they were supposed to be here yesterday, but somebody was kind of caught up in a hurricane.
Yeah, and that would be me because I live in Florida, so that's something we deal with every so often. And it kind of was following me as I came here. It followed me to Charlotte and then kind of got delayed there, and then I ended up making it. It was fine.
Well, you said when you were flying, you kind of see it there, right?
Yeah, there was lightning and a whole bunch of clouds. So it's kind of, you felt like you're in a movie, but nothing bad happened. There was just turbulence.
Well, we're assuming that since you made it here.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sonny, what have you been doing since Pittsburgh and New York?
Everything and a whole bunch of stuff besides prepping for the Olympia and working and coaching and taking on a few new hobbies like just gardening around my house. And I've been doing a lot of research too. So been busy doing that.
Is it like top secret research or what is it?
Yes, of course. No one here can know. No, it's only pseudo secret. Well, when it's not published, then you're not allowed to share the information. But I've been doing research as a research fellow. So
when will it be published?
I have papers that are published currently, and then some papers that we're applying to have published and stuff.
I want to know what the stuff you were researching is. When that's going to come up.
So I've been getting a lot more into sports medicine and a lot of different things that are involved in sports medicine. So in the next year, those will be released or published. But the things that I have been currently working on were more like metastatic breast cancer. That's a paper that we just published, and some other papers that were in interventional radiology. Yeah.
The fun stuff.
Yeah. Stuff that's not really relevant to bodybuilding. That's why I've been trying to transition more into sports medicine.
Yeah. So you're doing more real life stuff.
Yeah. Things that are more applicable. And I feel kind of like synergistic with what I like to do as my hobby and what I like to do with my medical career.
All right. So how excited are you that the Olympia is in Las Vegas this year?
10 out of 10. Very excited. I'm so excited. I haven't been to Vegas as an adult, at all. So it's really exciting to go. And I'd like to go to Orlando, and it was really fun in Orlando, but it felt kind of like it was in my backyard. So this feels more of like an adventure.
Yeah. So I know you see everybody that is qualified for the Wellness Olympia. That's quite a big list, right?
Yeah. It's a large list, and there's definitely a lot of quantity, but the quality is also there. It's going to be a solid lineup for sure.
Yeah. So how excited are you for that this year?
Like 11 out of 10. Even more excited. I can't wait. It's going to be people that I competed with last year throughout other shows, people I haven't met yet. So I think it's going to be great because they had the COVID restrictions last year. So some of the people we were anticipating showing up obviously didn't make it.
Right.
So it'll be good to see after now 2 years of anticipation against competing against certain people, how it will be to all line up. So I can't wait.
Yeah, and you also get to compete against your sister.
I do. Yes, that will be fun. It was fun in Pittsburgh, and it'll be fun again. Attila was just saying how it was interesting to see how when we hit our front pose, it looks so similar. And she's like, from the back, is just you can really tell that your genetics play a big factor when you get this lean.
Yeah. So what you're saying, what she's basically saying is you're going to cause the judges some problems.
Yeah. And they're going to have problems anyways. It seems difficult to be a judge in the wellness category.
Yeah. All right. So with wellness, this is something that I have encountered talking to other competitors that have qualified to turn pro, and a lot of them are more on the rookie side. What is your feeling when I talk to them? A lot of them, when I was trying to actually get more people in the Pittsburgh Pro this year, right? I kept hearing that they were afraid to compete against the Brazilians. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, then you picked the wrong division. Mm-hmm. You know, how do you feel about that? Like, with the Brazilians, does that bother you or?
I think that's where this sport was started.
Right.
So what I've done is I've tried to learn the culture, learn the language. I have a Brazilian posing coach. And I think it's instead of trying to say, just trying to be against the Brazilians, trying to learn what makes them so great and nourish that and then apply that to what you're doing. And that's what I've done this entire prep for Olympia is worked with a Brazilian posing coach, figured out what makes Brazilians so great at wellness and try to apply that to myself. So if anyone's scared of something, I think that they're scared of what they don't know. And the only way they can overcome that is to try and educate themselves on what makes someone so great at it.
That's a great answer. Yeah. No, I was just like, it was baffling me. I mean, I had literally had like 6 different women tell me this.
Yeah. If you're scared, just say hell no.
I literally was like, well, what are you going to do if you qualify for the Olympia then? 2/3 of the women up there are going to be Brazilian.
Right. Yeah. And there's people that are impressive that aren't Brazilian. There's less because, it is what it is. Maybe the tables will turn as the category gets older and stuff like that.
Right.
But unless you go and compete against people that are the best, you're never going to improve.
That's what I was saying. I mean, you want to compete against the people that the best of the best in your division, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was super intimidating at my Pittsburgh Pro debut, knowing that there was going to be Brazilians there. But I mean, you don't know where you line up against people until you get on stage and compete. But
you got through that and then you came back this year and you won it.
Yeah. That was actually kind of serendipitous. But yeah, it's all a learning process. And you have to show up. That's like half the battle.
Right. So you coach a lot of women now, a lot of competitors. How's that going?
I do. And it's very fulfilling. And I think there's such a unique relationship in the bodybuilding world between a coach and a client. And as a physician, I feel like you're kind of limited with how much of an impact you can have sometimes on people's lives because they're not as honest and open with you. But with coaching, it's really cool because you don't just have that connection as telling them to do something with their diet and their training, but you really get to know people and they're much more open with you than if they were a patient. And I feel like I've really been able to make an impact on people's lives that I feel really good about. So I've been loving it. And I coach only wellness.
Yeah. Well, one of the people you coach, I knew before she was wellness. And when I saw her this year, I was like, wow, what a change. Sandy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she did a great job. And we've been working together since she was doing bikini. So it's been a great experience.
Yeah, I was whenever I saw it, when you said you were here for her, at first I didn't realize she was going to be in wellness. When she walked over, I was like, oh, okay. what a change, because I hadn't seen her like in 2 years.
Yeah, she made a great. I mean, she worked hard. She put in the time and she transitioned, and I think it was really a great example of someone who did really well in bikini. And instead of just continuing to do well in bikini, she decided to try and transition to wellness and start all over again. And that takes a lot of guts, because there's women that do well in bikini, and it's just what they want to train for, the style they want to train.
Yeah, I mean, she looked great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she looked great. Yeah. I'm really proud of her.
Well, plus, she's a great person too.
I know. She's my BFF.
Yeah, I figured that. But I mean, from somebody from the outside, like I said, I mean, I'd seen her compete for a couple of years and talked to her several times. So that was a great job you did.
Thank you. Yeah. Credits to her. I think that's the cool thing about coaching is like, if you have a good relationship with your coach and you understand what their goals are and you know them as a person, you know it's going to work. So it's just, I can only give someone a plan, and then it's how they execute it. So it's a fun experience for everyone.
Yeah. All right. So how's it going now with Evogen?
Evogen's great. I don't have on my crop top anymore, but I have my Evogen t-shirt on and it's good. Right now they're just supporting me with supplements, like what I need for prep, and not asking too much of me, being respectful of that. But we're probably going to do a shoot in Tampa with Derek. So I'm very excited about that, but it's going good.
Good. All right. Now, are your parents excited to see you two on stage again?
Yeah, I think that they're even more excited because my mom came to the Arnold's, and I remember her and my sister in the crowd. And when I watched the video on YouTube, like the official video, the only thing you can hear is my mom and sister cheering, which makes me cry. But they're really excited to come. Yeah, to see both of us for sure. Yeah,
is your dad gonna have his jean jacket?
Yeah, I'm sure Marissa wanted to tell this part, but she has a jean jacket and it says it's all in the jeans with the G. Because you get it. So I'm very excited because he's going to be so geeked out to wear that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a crazy Olympia this year. I mean, in every division.
I know. And that's the thing, as the sport progresses, it just keeps getting more and more intense. Everyone's more and more freaky looking, and people are just, it's like that with all sports. If you look at the record sprint times from 100 years ago, people weren't nearly as fast as they are now. It's the same thing with bodybuilding.
Okay, so the big question, whether you win the Olympia or if you don't, are you defending your Pittsburgh Pro title next year?
Know it. You guys know it.
You knew that question was coming.
Yeah. I didn't even think of it as you were going to ask me. I thought you were going to actually just say, see you in Pittsburgh. So, see you at the Pittsburgh Pro. That's what I thought you were going to tell me.
I will tell you that, but I just thought I'd make it a little suspenseful. Okay. I don't think it was that suspenseful.
I felt like I was in some suspense, yeah.
All right, so anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
This was funny last time because I said no. Right now, I'll say I want to give a shout out to everyone who's been supporting me throughout this prep, and I really appreciate it.
All right. You have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for Olympia, and I can't wait to see everyone.
All right, sounds good. So if you want to see Sunny on the Olympia stage, go to MrOlympia.com, get your tickets, get your hotel room. If you can't make it, get the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're crystal clear. Can't go wrong with the pay-per-view.
Right. But try to make it to Vegas to see her there on stage.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. My routine looks much better now. I've been working hard.
All right. So JM.
Sunny Andrews.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com.